going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with some breaking news regarding the Division Resurgence. That's right. We're talking about the Division Resurgence mobile game coming to both Android, iPhone, what have you. On all platforms, you can play with all devices, play on your TVs and monitors, blah, blah, blah. We've known about this for a few years now. And, well, we've been lucky enough to play test it in several of the previous playtests. And they just announced today, and it made a lot of rumblings within the community, that they are winding up these playtests yet again. Now, it is September, and they did say that the playtest would start in September, so all of this was noted. However, a lot of people were disappointed once they actually opened up the article and started reading the details in which this game revealed today. So, like always, all of this information and more is on my Twitter page, X if you nasty. So follow me over here at Kamikazevondoom to get anything Division related before I make a YouTube video. I retweeted this and talked about it on here earlier today. Now, what the developers actually said is this. Now, this is from @thedivmobile, and they are now active again on the social media platforms after their year hiatus. And here is the first word about the new upcoming test. Now, it says here that the next technical test for the Division Resurgence will take place next week, September 9th. And then it says, read all about it right here. So we have an article here, right? So I'll click on this, but I don't want to spoil it. Hold on. So we'll come back here for a second. Now, right underneath it, it says, register for a chance to take part in future tests. So right there, we are getting more of these, testing, I guess, events, if you want to call it that. Remember that in the past, I was lucky enough to be a part of the Asia beta test, also the UK beta test, and the American beta test. We've already played and beaten this game a few times back in 2023. It was a lot of fun. I highly recommended it, and, well, I was able to play it in 4K, 60 frames per second, just on an iPad. It was super easy. I even was able to broadcast it to my monitor, and I was able to play with my controller, just a normal PlayStation controller, and I played and beat the game the entire time without spending $1, and I was able to do that while playing it on my normal monitor with my normal controller. So it was pretty much seamless for me personally. It was kind of weird setting it all up, I'm not going to lie. But once you have the setup for these mobile games, it's pretty easy. You just turn it on and you're good to go. But I'm kind of stretching this out. So let's get to the good part that a lot of people are pissed off about. All right, so here we go. This is going to be your article for the upcoming closed test. Now, I know a lot of people are excited and they're like, oh shit, we're going to be able to test this game. Let's go. And the sad reality is it's not going to happen this time around. The key word in that post was sign up for future tests, okay? Because this first one is only in Romania. It's only in Romania. That's it. So a lot of people were excited. A lot of people were hitting me up like, yo, dude, we get to play it next week. We get to play it next week. And I will admit that I already told you that I was able to play it in all of the regional testing. And that's because the developers do send out keys to select people that sign up remotely. So they do have the capabilities of letting you test it in a, location outside of their targeted test. For example, I was able to play in America while in the Asia playtest and in the UK playtest. Yes, there were a couple latency issues here and there, but it really wasn't that bad at all. The game ran pretty smooth, and I enjoyed every second of it. Now, the issue there is not everyone was invited to those tests, so you did have to be a part of that region to test it out. This one, it says that it is specifically Romania, so I'm not sure if other people are even going to be invited to this one. It does not say, and we'll read this article, but I just wanted to go ahead and spoilers, Romania. It's what it says. All right, so here's your article. September closed test information. Agents. On September 9th, we are launching a closed test in Romania. While we have been busy working on the game and we get closer to launch, this test is an opportunity for us to get the ball rolling once more and create that everything and check that everything is running smoothly. Okay. The build will be similar to the one some of you had the chance to test way back in December 23. Okay. The build is similar to the one that you were able to test in 2023. Isn't it 2025? Okay. All right. So the build is the same, or is similar. Sorry. Similar. Okay. Let's keep going. Monetization will be active during this test with the previous bonus at launch for anyone who invests in the game at this time. More information below. Okay. So there's already 2 red flags here, and we're just what, two sections in? I don't even want to call these paragraphs. We're 2 sections in. So it says here that the build is similar to the one that we tested in December 23. I said way back then that the game was finished and the game was polished and the game was good to go. I didn't know that it would just then be shelved for 2 years. Because didn't they just say up here, we've been busy working on the game? Okay. All right. But we're going to be testing a similar build to what we tested in December 23. So they've been working on something, but it's not a part of this test build. It's going to be the same test build. But this time it says monetization will be active with the previous bonus at launch. With the previous bonus at launch. I don't know what that means. I played the game in all of the other tests, and I did not spend not $1 at all. I did not spend anything, and I was able to play the entire game and beat it, and it was quite enjoyable. But it says more information on this below, so we'll talk about that here in a second. They continue. Players invited to the test will be selected from the pool of registered players. So make sure that you register on the website. But it just said that they're testing it in Romania. So it's going to confuse a lot of people because I can already see that they are going to be inviting people outside of Romania to fill the servers, obviously. So it says to make sure, register here. So I'll post this website on my Twitter page. Just go to their article and then click on this link. It says that on iOS, be sure to complete the full registration process. Okay. And on Android, if you are already pre-registered, no actions are required, and you may receive an invite if you're selected. No other means of entering the test will be provided at this time. Okay, so basically just register, and as long as you're registered, they'll pull you and let you play. Now it says, please rest assured that more information about upcoming milestones will be shared in the next few weeks. All right, so we're going to get more testing very, very soon. But it just seems they're just going to start over here in Romania. Maybe that's like the one country they weren't able to test the game in, so they're like testing it there first. I mean, who knows? It's like oddly specific, but I know for a fact that they invite people from all parts of the world to test in these servers because they want the numbers during these testing phases as much as possible. So they try to get these numbers and get people playing the game 24/7 while it's up. That way they get all the data and then they can tweak and do whatever they need to. Okay. Now it says next up, reminder about in-game purchases. All right. This is going to be oof. I have not read this yet, just so you know. And I did play this game, like I keep saying, I played the game all the way through and I never paid $1. So let's see what they did here. The compensation will be in the form of premium credits. Okay. Compensation. Automatically credited to the player's account used during the regional beta tests. Players simply need to log in using the same account after the launch of the game to receive this compensation. Compensation for what? So, here is what the compensation is for. What's more, we will also include a bonus for any in-app purchases during each regional beta test, up to and including the equivalent of $300. What? Players will receive 150% of the premium currency value. Okay. All right. For the total spent above the equivalent of $300, the players will still receive 120%. What? Okay. Interesting here. So basically, if you spend money during these regional beta tests, and I'm not sure why you would, but if you would, they would then credit you with 150% of that at launch, up to $300. So if you spent $300 during the regional beta, they would then give you $450, right? Yeah, $450 at launch. Okay. So you're basically giving them a short-term loan. Okay. But if you spend more than 300, they'll give you back 120%. So what? Okay. Interesting. So then, if you if you spent $1,000, you'd get 1,200, right? 1,200, right? No, hold on. No, hold the phone. That's a lot of money, dude. Is that like a money thing? I'm not. Is someone about to have to call up CoffeeZilla? What even is this right now? 120% after 300 though. Let's see. Yeah, 1,200. Huh. So, I mean, if you're a person with a disposable income, I guess you would do the 300 deal and then you get 150. Because if not, you're barely going to get your money back unless you're spending like a crap ton of money. Or, well, I mean, either way, you're getting your money back, but I mean, the best bang for your buck would be that one. So do 299 and then you'd get like nearly 450. Interesting. In a mobile game, though, why? What is it that they've been working on, and why are we going to test a 2-year-old build? I have so many questions about this. Please let me know in the comments what you think. We need to have this discussion because I love this game. Don't get me wrong. I do. I do. You can go back to my live streams. I've given out, game codes for this. I've shown, build videos on this game. I've shown everything on this game. It was a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. It really was. It had no loading times. Everything was instant. It was clear. It was crisp, and I liked the way the movement was. It reminded me of PC. Um, but what is this, man? And it said it's the same. Like back up here, it said something about the previous bonus right here. With the previous bonus at launch. What was the previous bonus? I never saw this previously. This in fact there was no I didn't spend anything. There was no opt to spend any money. Craziness. So up to $300 you get 150% of it at launch. Huh. Maybe it's for like cutting down like crafting times. Maybe it's for like, cosmetics. Maybe it's for, exotic skins. I mean, let's be real. The prices of outfits for the Division 2 range anywhere between, like $10 and like 30. So $300 is really not going to get you too far even in the Division 2 when you have the seasonal pass, you have the premium pass, you have, every bundle, every exotic skin bundle. I mean, there's quite a number of ways that they get you to spend money. And I mean, it is cool, whatever. I do love the franchise. But this is I don't, woof. It reminds me of like a short-term loan with like high interest, like, oh man, the returns, think of the returns you're gonna get, something like that. It reminds me of like a CoffeeZilla episode. But anyways, sign up for the testing to play The Division Resurgence. It's rebooting back up this month, and apparently they're going into overdrive. My guess is that the game will come out for everybody in March whenever they have the 10-year anniversary of The Division. I think that they will release this. They'll show us a little snippet for like, survivors. And then they'll probably tease the Division 3. Not going to lie. That's where I'm going at with this. It is starting in Romania, but they do say several times to register because they will send out invites to all registered people. So if you've registered, you should have a chance. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe for more Division news. And remember that all of this and more is on my Twitter page, X if you nasty. So follow me over here at Kamikazevondoom for anything Division related before I make a YouTube video. But that's it for me. I'll see you in the next one. Let's join in discussion in the comments down below. And hope you have a good day. All right. Peace out.